Hi, this is Sovereign, and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's. We are on the official last night of the game, which is night 5, which is obviously the last night of the base game. Of course, we already know that there's a 6th night, and then I believe, like I said, I believe there is the 2020 mode for this. It's gonna really suck my idea. I was like, oh wait, the 6th night was the 2020 mode. I'm not really quite sure, but we will certainly see. Let's go ahead and just kind of skid into this. Let's see how many times it takes me to die. I'm pretty sure night 5 is gonna take me a few tries, just based off what happened on night 4, where at first I was like Foxy, and then I was like Freddy. So let me not waste any time getting everything checked. Just keeping an eye on everything. Oh, is that Jesus? Nice, nice. Always love to hear from the voices. Ugh, I'm gonna be so focused. Please don't be a dick, Foxy. Oh gosh. I'm gonna be so focused. Has anybody, I'm sure somebody already has gone through and like decrypted what that was, or like slowed it down, sped it up, whatever the theorists do. Like I said, I would love to be like a big theory person. I'm just not a big theory person. It's not because I don't want to be, it's just because I don't... Oh god, oh god. Oh god. It's... Go away. God, go away. It's not even because I don't want to like theorize. It's because I don't think I pay enough attention to things. Okay. Because I generally feel like I don't pay enough attention to things to go away, Jesus Christ, to make accurate theories about things. God, Bonnie, leave. Is Bonnie gonna leave? Because I'd be like, oh, what's the theory behind that? It's the demons. That's like, that would be like my big theory about that. That kind of caught me off guard a little bit. Like I said, I'm definitely talking too much to catch audio cues. Please. So I thought there might be, I mean, I might be barking up the whole wrong tree with this. There might not be any audio cues. Maybe the first game was literally just about checking. There he is. And being fast enough to catch them when you check them. I think the little thump thump means that they're going to be here sooner than later. But I've yet to nail down anything definitive. Foxy wasn't being too bad to start out with, but he was getting there. Oh, Bonnie was being such a dick tonight. Okay. Yeah, like I hear a little thumping. You know, and there really is no indication unless you turn your light on they're there or not. Yeah, there is a thumping that I thought I'd hear. They are certainly active. This night's gonna be rough. I'm a little lower on power than I would like. Who is that? Oh god, he's out. Well, he's not out, but he's... It's like the very moment you realize he's here, you have to make sure that you kind of stay on his ass. Because if you look and he's not there, you gotta shut your door. Come on. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't like let me flip it down fast enough. I'm like, please, just let me close it. As long as I see his little eyeballs. I'm so much lower in power than I would like to be. If Bonnie just didn't sit there for like 5 seconds. I feel like I'm gonna run out of power this time. Like that's gonna be what gets me. I'm just not perfect enough. Leave. Leave! Jesus Christ. He's still there. Chica fucking here. Is Bonnie gone? Bonnie's just sitting there. See, this is what kills me, is that Bonnie's just sitting there. Okay. I'm so dead. Where? Why? Okay. Whoa, okay. So that was Freddy. Am I stupid? How have I watched this game? So much. Oh, this is like the worst commentary ever because I'm just so focused on trying to listen. Oh, I was at 4 AM too. I mean, I wasn't doing great anyways, but I don't know what the cue for Freddy is. Like, how do I know that he's coming? How do I know that he's coming? Which is a real shame. Damn, Bonnie's already out. Maybe if I could just be more perfect. Because I feel like there's no... Because I feel like I just checked that. And then sometimes I flip my thing down and sometimes he comes at me. And maybe that's like part of like the luck aspect of the game. That I'm not catching somewhere. That's Chica. You know. Maybe that's part of like the luck aspect of the game that I'm just not catching somewhere that there's some sort of cue for that motherfucker. That's Chica in the kitchen. And I'm not sure if, like, by chance it is, like, increased every single time I, like, flip my screen up and down to check on Foxy. Because, like, here's the sitch. I know you can beat the 5th night like this. I know you don't need a special strategy to beat the 5th night. Because I've seen people beat it without, like, a specific strategy to beat it. You know. So I'm just not sure if at that point that's luck-based. But I haven't seen really seen people really get got by that particular jump scare that often. So just kind of like sitting there like, huh. I wonder what that's all about. Oh, what is that? What is that? Why is that? What is the sound? I have no idea. Let me try. Let me try something. He only comes at me from the right, too. So let me go ahead and... What was the... And I haven't even gone back and looked at the strategy, because I was like, I was really having to beat the base game on my own. I was really having to beat the base game on my own. But I think I actually... And I haven't gone back and I haven't looked at the strategy since the last time I watched. Since the last time I watched somebody play FNAF. And I've seen a few different people do the same thing. And I think what it comes down to as you get towards the end of this game is that everything you flip the screen, you open up the door. Or, let me put that in better wording. Is that every time you have to close the door, flip up the screen, open the door. Which requires a new level of concentration and perfection that I have not previously had to add. Like, this is gonna be this for me. It's gonna take me so long. I feel like that's the sign for Freddy. But I also know those little footsteps sometimes mean that Bonnie or Chica's gonna be at my door. Ah, I didn't catch it in time. That's alright, Bonnie. Come at me, homie. I'm ready. I'm Uno prepared. I am one prepare. You gonna come, homie? Don't be taking your time. Okay, I just flipped the screen. Alright, let me try this one more time where I don't die to Bonnie. And if I don't get it this next try, then what I'm gonna do is take a minute and look at that strategy. So as far as I'm aware, the strategy is something that there's other parts of the strategy, but the one I'm specifically referring to is the one where it's something to the effect of closing the right door every time you flip up the screen. And the reason you do that is so nobody can get you. It's so nobody can come get you. You know? Especially not Freddy. And so it's close the door, flip up the thing, open the door. And then... And that would be, like, the strategy TM. The only problem being is that I'm not quite sure if I can do it. I'm about to go out tomorrow and get a new mouse for it. Not even because my mouse is bad. I'm gonna blame my failure on everybody else. And Foxy is already being an asshole, apparently. And the other issue is kind of like, as you saw, I've been paying so much attention to this right door that it takes me another minute to get over to the left door. which means that when Bonnie comes, I'm so slower to react. And the only kind of like comeback to this is not checking on Foxy as much, which isn't really an option. Because Foxy, when he hits your door, he takes power from you. And then, of course, you have to know he's coming, because if you don't know he's coming, you're fucked either way. And he will come for you. Foxy loves to come for you. He's like big excited to come rolling down the doorway and coming to see ya. Like I said, I don't remember the exact strategy exactly, so it's kind of what I'm doing right now would be considered a very sloppy version of it. I would have to tighten this so up. And this is just the... Why am I doing that? This is just the 5th night too. This is just the base game. This is just the base game. I would like to be so much better about, like, the amount of power that I'm using right now. I feel like I'm gonna get to, like, even if I get to 5 AM right now, it's gonna be like, oh god, do I have enough power to live? Please turn off. It's also really the double clicking that's getting me. The fact that I've got to double click for all the lights. Please, for the love of God. See, it's a good thing I checked that before opening up this fucking door. Otherwise, I'd be screwed. I like to be very clear. I'm screwed anyways. Because I don't believe I'm gonna have enough power to live. See, that's sloppy. I know Foxy's gonna come a running. There's no use. Leave? Leave? Leave. Oh, he's coming. I don't think it matters. Damn, he's already out again? And Bonnie's just gonna fucking sit there like an asshole. They become so much more active as the night goes on, too. Here's the sitch. I was doing alright on power. Up until this exact moment. You see, it's the fucking, I don't understand. I don't understand. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna go take a look at this. I don't even think it matters if I can do the strategy or not, because I'm so sloppy. Because that is the strategy. The strategy was put the right door down every time you flip it. That was the strategy. That was it. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna just kind of dead myself here and just go see what the strategy is. Give me a second. Alright, well, I'm back. And essentially, the strategy was put the right door down every time you flip up the camera. That is how you beat. This isn't even as hard as 2020 mode. This isn't even as hard as 2020 mode. But that's how you beat 2020 mode. And now, I think I might have called it Markiplier's strategy, but to be fair, it wasn't his. He got it from somebody named Big Bug, who was the first person to complete Five Nights at Freddy's 2020 mode and actually proved that it was doable, because I think for a long time there, people were like, oh, I don't know if you can actually beat 2020 mode. So essentially, I just gotta come up in here and really, on this particular night, start honing the skills that I'm going to need to beat the 6th and what we'll call the 7th night. Because ideally, for y'all, I would love, great, I'm so happy to see you guys. Ideally, I would love to beat 2020 mode. I've been saying 2020, but it's like 420, isn't it? Well, 420 mode, essentially. So essentially, I just gotta get faster here. My other thing is, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to be silent for the 2020 mode, which is gonna suck for me personally. I'm just gonna... It's just gonna suck. And as you can see, this is a very sloppy and unrefined way of going about this. Because I'm not even... Sometimes I'm just closing the door. I'm just like, hey, that's a nice door. And I'm so used to early game. So used to early game. Just flipping the camera. And again, I'm not really quite sure how long you actually have to look at Foxy in order for it to register that you've looked at him, which is kind of another thing. But I think this is pretty much going to be kind of how I'm just going to try to refine that. It's like door, camera, light. Ooh, nope. I'm gonna have to revamp that. Saying it'd be like a little mantra I repeat in my head. That was stupid. And this is pretty much gonna be what it's like. I'm pretty much gonna do this, try to do this as tight as I can. I don't know why I did that. Why is he out? Please. I'm not even saying please to anyone in particular. I'm not even fucking gonna. I'm not even sure that counted. And that, you opened that door. This is really gonna be what it's all about, huh? So I think what's gonna happen is for the 6th, maybe I'm gonna try to commentate the 6th night, but I think for what's gonna happen for the 420 mode is I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna really focus in on it, and I'll probably just add some royalty-free, that was stupid, music over it. And it really kind of sucks because that was stupid. Because I understand it'll kind of be like, oh, what if you took somebody else's footage, which is something I was kind of concerned about. That was stupid. And just said, oh, you beat 2020. God, it was fucking Chica! Alright, let me get this one more try. One more try, and I'm gonna call this episode a fail. Okay. So I think when I /if I do 2020 mode, because if I can't beat the 5th night, then there's no chance, essentially. So I think essentially what I'm going to end up doing for 2020 mode, if I end up getting around to it, and I've started this sentence like 3 times since I'm trying to think. Sorry about that, y'all. Is just show you the entirety of how I set up. Because usually in the beginning of my videos, it cuts to the title screen of the game that I'm going to be playing for that day. So if I'm playing like Lights Off or something, then you just start hearing me say, hi, this is Sovereign, on the Lights Off title page. You know, but I think because I don't have a face cam, and because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to just be so focused on 20, like, anything harder than this, really, I think I'm just gonna have to show you guys the entire thing from when I start recording my screen capture to, ideally, the moment I beat 2020 mode. No guarantees. No guarantees. And I've been talking about it this whole time because I was so confident, and I still kind of am. I still feel I know it's doable. This is the thing. I know it can be done. Stupid. I know it can be done. And so I want to do it. But I also know it took people, like, forever to get it done. Like, God knows how long people sat there and did this exact motion over and over again. Please. Until it was so ingrained what they had to do. Because this does have to become muscle memory at some point. It really does. But also, here's the thing. I don't know if I'm currently fast enough to do this. Also, just gotta keep in mind, it is 11 p.m. at night, and usually I'm not recording on a Tuesday. Not that I'm making excuses. I'm 100% making excuses. But, based on the way that this particular game's going, I don't think it's going to matter. Because I'm not going to beat this fucking night anyways, because I can't. I'm not going to beat this particular night right now. Because it is already 3 AM and I only have 43% power. And honestly, God knows how long it took somebody first to figure out that Freddy only comes, that Freddy doesn't have a queue. Because I would have been so mad the first time I played this game if I had to figure that out by myself. Genuinely, half the reason I made it as far as I have into the game already is because I came in with knowledge of the game itself. And the reasons I was able to breathe through the first, at least 3 nights. I mean, the 4th night kind of caught me off guard. You know, just because I didn't know about the whole Freddy thing. You know what I mean? And the reason I was able to breeze through the first 3 nights and not really have any problems, like power-wise or anything, is just because I had knowledge that it didn't matter if I was looking at the cameras. And you know, a lot of people who were playing the game for the first time back in 2013 didn't have the namage. They didn't have the namage, y'all. They didn't have the namage, the knowledge, is what that word is actually supposed to be. To know that you didn't have to really look at the cameras as much, as long as you checked your door lights. You kept a fucking eye on Foxy. You know? Which was fortunate knowledge that I had coming into the game, that I didn't need to look at any other camera but Foxy's, because it doesn't matter where they are at the map, because I've said it probably 7 or 8 times at this point. They can jump from anywhere in the map and come get you. Come take a little peek into your office. You know? They can come get you, whether you are ready or not. And to quote my last game, it doesn't matter if you're ready, Freddy, if Freddy is ready, Freddy. That was so cringe the first time I said it. It didn't get better. I was just more deadass about it this time. God, you just have to be perfect. You just have to be perfect. Please. This is such... This is gonna... It's gonna be the power that gets me. Just like I thought it was gonna be. I don't know if it's worth trying to wait it out. Nope, certainly not. Yeah, see, it's gonna be Bonnie. Because I've got 2% power, and God knows how much longer of night 5. Like, it's 5 AM, but I'm gonna run out of power. And that's fine. Because at least I made it to 5 AM. Alright, y'all. I don't even know if he's gonna give me a long song. I just don't think I'm gonna make it. If I made it here based off of just the long song, that would be crazy. But I don't think it's gonna work. Oh, God. Just give me a little bit more time. It's not gonna work. But at least I made it to the 5th hour. Like, at least I got here. Instead of dying to, like, a jump... Like, this is gonna be a jump scare, obviously. But at least... Oh! Oh my God! Oh, shit! Okay, well, I made it. I did it! It was night 5. The strategy. It just takes effort. And I was sloppy there. Alright, alright. Oh my gosh, I didn't think that was gonna work. I didn't think that was gonna work. Oh my gosh. See, this is really... Oh, thank God. Thank God. Oh my gosh. Well, that was night 5. There's the 1 star that I get for beating night 5. Oh my gosh. And then there's the 6th night. Oh, right. That's gonna be a whole nother thing. Alright, y'all. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this journey, at least for the base game. We're gonna try to get into the 6th night as soon as I can so I don't lose any of the skills. Oh my gosh. But I will catch y'all in the next episode.